Hello, y'all. Welcome back to Creator Spicy Tea. And today we are going to do something together that's going to put so much more power directly in your hands. So, I don't know if you're like me, but I was using GPT bots for everything, right? I would use them for my data analysis. Every 3 months, I ran my sales data analysis. I was using GPT's AI for content ideas and concepts when I was stuck or I couldn't think of something. But I was using all these different ones, and a bunch of them were hitting exactly what I wanted, but I kind of just needed something a little more specific. Have you ever wanted to make a bot just for yourself to do exactly what you needed it to? Well, I thought that. I wondered that. And you know what? I found out, yeah, you can do that. And I built a chat bot dedicated to exactly what I needed. I taught it how to help me with my business as an adult content creator, help me to help fix up my growth strategy, my content creation and production, my selling and monetization strategies. I taught it to help me analyze my social media profiles and engagement analysis. I taught it how to analyze my conversations with my clients to help me better perfect my customer service and fan retention and satisfaction strategies. And I taught it so much more. I tailored this bot to do exactly what I needed as a adult content creator, more specifically in the back end and business strategy portion, because, terms of service on certain platforms. And I'm going to talk more about that chatbot, Creators Spicy Growth Strategist, at the end of this, but I have a question for you. What would your bot do? What would you make your bot learn to help you? What would your bot, a completely customized chat AI bot for you and your business, what would it be? Well, it's not horribly overwhelming to create. It's pretty user-friendly. And you know what? Today, I'm gonna sit with you and I'm gonna walk you through the process of building your own bot to do exactly what you need for your business and help you in the ways that can help get you where you want to be. So we're going to walk step by step using the ChatGPT builder to create a custom AI assistant that works literally just for you. Before we start actually building our custom GPT, let's talk about some key details that you need to know. These are just going to help make sure that your bot works efficiently, responds correctly, and doesn't hit annoying limits that are kind of going to hold you back. Because if you don't set up your bot right, you're going to run into issues, real fast. First things first, tokens. If you don't know what a token is, kind of think of it as a piece of language data. One word is usually about 1 to 2 tokens, but even punctuation and spaces and all that counts. So what's the limit? The total token limit per GPT interaction is around 4,090 tokens. The character limit per response, it varies, right? But it usually falls around 1,500 to 2,000 characters before it gets cut off. The bot's memory within a session holds onto about 3,000 tokens at a time, but older context gets dropped off in longer conversations, right? So what that means is if your bot is responding with really long-winded essays, you're going to eat up your token limit really fast. Best practice, keep that response concise and to the point, especially if your assistant is being used for high-speed things like DM sales scripts or customer interactions that you need on the fly. Let's talk best practices for setting up and the language and instructions for your bot. So the way you structure your system message and inputs will directly impact how your custom GPT, your custom assistant, whatever you want to call it, is going to behave. So you need to be clear, intentional, and structured with your approach. So first things first, you need to define your bot's purpose with specificity. Don't just lean on this bot is to help with adult content creation. Instead, you need to detail exactly what it should do, how it should respond, and what areas it should focus on. So for an example, you are an AI assistant for adult content creators, specializing in generating social media captions, brainstorming content ideas, helping with audience engagement strategies. So be very specific into how it needs to respond, the tone it needs to have, and what role it needs to play. Second, you need to establish strict behavior and response guidelines. If you don't tell the bot what not to do, right, it might generate irrelevant or just off responses. So use direct instructions like do not. This is a big one because remember, you're on ChatGPT, so you have to follow their terms and conditions. So do not generate explicit or unsafe content. Always ensure responses align with specific platform content policies. Or you keep responses under a specific word limit unless otherwise specified, or provide responses in an outline format. Next, you need to use clear and structured formatting to make responses more useful. So, for example, if you want the bot generating social media captions, specify how you want those responses to be formatted. Another really important factor is using example dialogues to shape how the bot interacts. So if you want a very specific tone, so let's say you want your bot to be a sarcastic B word. It's gorgeous. Do it. Include a sample conversation in your instructions. If you need it to be super direct and professional, consider showing it what that looks like. Think of it like you're training an employee. You're not just inputting a prompt into a bot. You're training your assistant to behave how you need it to for your business. Also, keep in mind that you should structure your instructions in a hierarchy. So the most important instruction for that bot needs to go number 1, right? Followed by the guidelines, the formatting, preferences. If you overload the system message with super unnecessary details up front, the bot will struggle when trying to build itself with how to prioritize the key behaviors. So prioritize it for it. And last thing, remember, this isn't one and done. You're not going to put in your first prompt and it's going to be perfect for you. Just to demonstrate that a little bit, this was my prompt. Okay, this is how many do-overs and retries and restructures. It's not one and done, y'all. Test your bot. See how it responds and refine your system message based on what's working and what's not. If it's too generic, tighten the instructions. If it's too rigid, loosen them up to allow for more creative responses. Adjusting and refining, that's just a part of the process. I rewrote the instructions for Creator's Spicy Growth Strategist at least 17 times. I completely went in, erased all previous instructions, input these new ones so many times I cannot even count. I would give one big tip, at least for myself. AI is smarter than me. AI knows more than me. So what I did, I knew that whatever prompts I gave, they weren't going to be structured exactly how they should be. Or maybe I would miss something that was really important to be added in there. So I went to the bigger brain, AI, and I asked ChatGPT to help me write the perfect instructions. And I'm going to help now sit with you, go step by step, and show you how I used AI to build a AI to help me with every single one of my personalized needs in my adult content creation business. So, what do you say? We switch devices. We accept that the audio quality is about to get a lot worse, and we look now to a screen recording, and we build us another bot. The very first note to keep in mind, you need to have a ChatGPT Plus subscription. So next step, you're going to want to be in ChatGPT on a new chat. Looking up here, you have these options. Most people get started in GPT-4. That's totally fine. I went with 3 mini, and I did that because I wanted that advanced reasoning. The very first step we're going to take is to build our instructions. Me personally, I picked this up with no research. I didn't know what I was doing. I just knew I wanted a bot of my own. So instead of finding incorrect research or trying to go in blind, I just asked ChatGPT for its help coding itself. So this is the first prompt I put in. I want to build a GPT for adult content creators to help with their business. That is not enough of a prompt, right? So then it pumped out a prompt for me. This would be the activation prompt for it, right? That's not enough. That's not enough for a bot to do for me. So looking at what it does, the tone is there. The content creation, content promotion, sales, monetization, customer service, back-end business practices, all of those are great, but I want more. So that's why we are using a chat within ChatGPT to build the instructions, so we're not kind of loosey-goosey trying around within the builder. So the next bit I wanted to add in was the importance of the GPT itself to be up to date on social media platform terms, policies, restrictions, all of that. So the next prompt I added in was that. I made sure to add a section, always provide me with the full prompt to input for the instructions. Send that off, let it think. Okay, it's gonna add that in. And then while it was adding that in, I realized there is more that I want in here. Notice something here. Now it's getting very long, right? So we're going to have to keep that in mind for later because we mentioned those token limits and those character restrictions. So this is basically the process I went through. Just step by step. Oh, wait, I want to add this in to the instructions. I want to add this into the instructions. So, well, I also want to add this in, right? And this is the exact chat I used to code or to train creators Spicy Growth Strategist. Once I got to here, the next question, I had everything in here I really wanted added in, just one prompt at a time because I was just thinking of them on the fly. I want to add this and this and this. It gave me this. My next question to the chat was, will this fit in the GPT builder or will it be cut off? When you feel you are ready to use your prompt or your instructions, ask GPT that because they might need to be condensed and optimized. Once you have your final set of instructions that you want, you see here you have the role that the bot needs to play, the specific details the bot needs to know, then the areas of expertise, the things the bot needs to train itself. And then at the very bottom, you need to include how you want your responses formatted and the bot's overall objective. When you have that, when your chat has provided those instructions, you're going to copy them. Once we have them copied, it's time to start building our bot. Go over to your profile picture over here and you're going to give that a click. You're going to go to My GPTs, give that a click. Yours likely won't have any of these. These are the ones that I have built. You're going to go to Create a GPT. Give that a tap. And then make sure you're over on the Create screen. When you're on the Create screen, the next thing you're going to do is you're just going to paste the instructions you copied and send them off. Wait and let the bot build itself. While this bot is building, I wanted to mention something that I added in that I felt was very important. Never provide vague answers to questions and respond with actual data provided, or clearly state that the data is inaccessible. So that way, if the bot is just providing generic answers, add that in so it knows. Do not give me generic answers. If you cannot see the data, tell me why, and we can fix it. I just thought that was a very important addition to add in. Now it has created its bot. It's alive. You gave birth. It's now time to give it a name. You can give it any name you want. Make sure, of course, it's within ChatGPT's, the platform's terms of service. Or you can just say yes if you like the one created. Then it's going to prompt you to create a profile picture. You can upload one if you would like, or it will generate one for you. You can provide it further prompts after whatever it has generated to better personalize that profile picture for your bot. How about we just want to change the color scheme? Let's say you just want to change the color scheme of the profile picture of your bot. Put a simple prompt in there, send it off, and let it regenerate that with whatever details you wanted. And there you go. It regenerated. It did its best regenerating with a new color scheme with the changes I asked for. Let's say that's good. Now it is set up, but we're not done. She's not ready to rock and roll just yet. You're going to want to scroll up, and you are in the Create tab. Go on over to the Configure tab. Here you can further edit the name. If you would like, you can change the image. Your description is what's shown right here and here, so change that to what you want it to. These are your instructions that you input. If you want to make further changes, you can make the changes here. And then if you have certain prompts that you know the bot will work well with, or ones that you're going to reuse very often, input them here. For myself personally, I have analyzed my sales data for trends and growth because I use that one every 3 months. I have, can you analyze this conversation with my fan to help me grow my conversation and sales psychology strategies? I have that as an initial prompt. Then down here, if you have specific knowledge that you need your GPT to know for your specific business, you can upload those files here. Keep in mind that those files can be downloaded by anyone when Code Interpreter is enabled. I enabled Code Interpreter and data analysis into my bot. Reason being, it helps improve the data analysis and works with files you upload. So you can upload files here from your computer. So it's, for me, that was a very important addition. Once you're here, once you have your instructions in how you want it, your description, your name, everything is set up how you want it, test her. In this right-hand side of your screen, that is your bot. That is what your bot is going to look like and function like once you publish and save it. So in this screen, test the main functionalities you need her to do. Are you going to need it to be generating YouTube thumbnails? See if she could do it. Are you going to need to be uploading data files and data sets? Do it and see what she does with them. Analyze her behavior. Analyze her ability. Dig in and see what she can do before pushing publish and moving to the next step. Once you have this set exactly how you want it, your next step is going to be hitting create. Once you have hit create, you have options to share it. You can do only yourself. This is your bot and yours only. You could share it with anyone with a link, or you could put it on the store. If you decide to put it on the store, you have to build a builder profile. But for myself personally, I kept mine anyone with the link, and then make sure you hit save. Once you've hit save, you can copy the link here, or you could just go pop over to your GPT. And this is your brand new GPT that you built yourself, designed for you and your needs. And that's it, y'all. You just built your own AI chatbot to help you with every aspect of your business, customized to your needs. You can integrate it into your workflow, use it to brainstorm new content, or whatever you program it to do. And share it with your team if you work with assistants, or your friends if it might help them. And pro tip here, your content changes. Your business practice, they change. So your bot, your assistant should change. Check in, update the responses, and make sure it stays aligned with you, your business, and your creative goals. All right. Before we wrap this up, I mentioned I made me a bot. So I kind of wanted to introduce her to you and share her with you. When I created my GPT, Creator's Spicy Growth Strategist, I built it to handle everything I needed as an adult content creator. Like, I trained it to analyze trends, optimize sales strategies, streamline content creation, navigate social media growth, you name it. I wanted a tool that could give me real, actionable insights and step-by-step help, not generic advice that you would get from just ChatGPT. I needed it fine-tuned for adult content creation to help me build, market, and scale business efficiently. So I figured it's been working great for me. It's been helping me so much. So I figured I'll share. I figured I would share it with y'all. If building your own is just not something you're interested in, but you need something to help with the back end type things, data analysis, trend analysis, business help, compliance help, you name it. I mean, y'all, if you need something to generate you a YouTube thumbnail, like a YouTube video thumbnail, she's got it. So whether you're working on boosting your engagement, pricing your content, improving fan retention, optimizing your strategy, the bot can help. Absolutely. It's packed with expertise on marketing, monetization, legal compliance, branding help, automation help, sales psychology expertise. It even is trained to help with burnout strategies. It's helped me a ton, and I figured I just wanted to share it with you. Now that you've got the power yourself to build your own custom GPT, it's time. Dig in. You just saw it was not that hard. You can do it. It's time to level up. Drop a comment below if you're going to end up building your own AI assistant, and let me know what features you're going to add into it. I might want to steal them and add them to mine. I will also be sure to link Creator's Spicy Growth Strategist below. And y'all, as always, stay safe, stay so sane, and I hope you are goddamn thriving. See you in the next one.